Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist. Now with new joke technology.
Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist at Large, without losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory, Episode 75. Now with new joke technology, an open caption for the humor impaired. This just in, Hollywood actor and America's dad, no, that's American Dad, this is America's Dad, John Amos, died on August 21st. What? To quote Florida Evans, damn. John Amos died at age 84 of congestive heart failure. John Amos portrayed the adult Kunta Kinte in Roots, James Evans in Good Times, Major Grant in Die Hard 2, Seth in Beastmaster, Cleo McDowell in Coming to America and Coming to America 2, and himself in Suits, L.A., his final role. His other TV credits include The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The West Wing, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 30 Rock, and 2.5 Men. Speaking of role, millions of people cried when his character James Evans died on Good Times, but when he died in real life, hardly anyone knew. Damn. Rest in peace, James. You were my kind of asshole. Chris Christopherson, a Rhodes Scholar with a deft writing style and rough charisma who became a country music star, an A-list Hollywood actor, and was an Army vet, died at his home on Maui, Hawaii on Saturday. He was 88. Christopherson died peacefully, surrounded by his family. His cause of death is undisclosed. Okay, I'm beginning to feel like only 30 to 40 people are watching this show. I hope this is the last time that I have to say this. Why are people still surrounding themselves with family and friends, and why are people still dying from undisclosed? Untreated, undisclosed. We can put Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court, but we can't find a cure for undisclosed? Or Clarence Thomas? Some of Chris Christopherson's greatest songs were Me and Bobby McGee, Help Me Make It Through the Night, For the Good Times, Feeling Mortal, and many more. Chris was also in The Last Movie, Cisco Pike, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Semi-Tough, Big Top Pee-wee, Blade, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Planet of the Apes, A Star is Born, and in Barbra Streisand. Rest in peace, Chris, you silver-tongued devil. Pete Rose, baseball's career hits leader and fallen idol, who undermined his historic achievements and Hall of Fame dreams by gambling on the game he loved and once embodied, has died. He was 83. Damn, what an epitaph. Rose was found by a family member. The coroner will investigate to determine the cause and manner of death, but there are no signs of foul play. No signs of foul play? Then why isn't he in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Rest in peace, Pete. Your game's been called on account of whatever the coroner finds. Actor John Ashton, best known for his role as the by-the-book detective in the Beverly Hills Cops franchise, has died. His publicist, Alan Summers, confirmed to CBS News on Sunday. He was 76. Ashton died Thursday in Fort Collins, Colorado, after a battle with cancer. Rest in peace, John. No more bananas in the tailpipe. Basketball Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo, known for his shot blocking and famed finger wag, after blocking a shot, died Monday from brain cancer at age 58. Dikembe was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015. He was an 8-time NBA All-Star and won the league's Defensive Player of the Year award 4 times. Dikembe played for the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Hawks, the Sixers, the Knicks, the Nets, and for Time. Rest in peace, Dikembe. I hope this is your last trade. J.D. Vance and Tim Walz, seen here at the most exciting moment of the debate, left it all on the floor, the dressing room floor. Walz was as nervous as a man standing down a tank in Tiananmen Square. J.D. Vance was as cool as leftover dog. The most interesting thing to come from this debate is going to be the TV ads. Tim Walz wrote the book on Minnesota Nice, and J.D. Vance rewrote history. Hillbilly you low as can be. On September 24th, the Chandra law firm based in Cleveland announced that Haitian Bridge Alliance is seeking that Trump and Vance be arrested and charged with disrupting public service, making false claims, committing telecommunications harassment, committing aggravated menacing, and violating the prohibition against complicity. Less than a week after the nonprofit group Haitian Bridge Alliance filed criminal charges against former President Donald Trump and his running mate, Ohio U.S. Senator J.D. Vance, the group amended their complaint to add felony charges of inducing panic against the pair. The charges came amid what the nonprofit and its attorneys call baseless fear-mongering by Trump and Vance, suggesting on multiple occasions that legal Haitian immigrants in Springfield are eating their neighbors' pets. It's as if Trump only feels alive when he's being threatened with a court case. He's like a power-bottomless pit of criminality. And J.D. Vance, well, he just got caught up in Donald's wake. Who wishes they were woke now? Speaking of woke, Jimmy Carter, our 39th president, turned 100. Carter's grandson, Jason Carter, said that his grandfather's health is as good as it was the day he entered hospice. So he's still dying? Jimmy Carter has been in hospice for 19 months. Carter said that he wants to live long enough to cast his vote for Kamala Harris for president. I hope he makes it. I want the former peanut farmer to be able to make his last D's nuts joke at Trump's expense. The tens of thousands of U.S. dock workers that walked off the job early Tuesday morning, clogging dozens of ports along the East and Gulf Coast, and potentially raising consumer prices ahead of the holiday season, and more importantly, the election, have suspended their strike until January 15th. You can't spell important without import, and you can't spell import without port. I don't know what that means, but it looks thoughtful on paper. The ports account for more than one half of the nation's container imports, facilitating the transport of everything from toys to fresh fruit to nuclear reactors. So now I can get a nuclear reactor for Kwanzaa. The Biden-Harris administration has been the most pro-union administration in our lifetime. Vice President Harris sees the dock workers as essential to our economy, while Trump sees the dock workers as boat people. After years of infighting and near agreements, Pink Floyd have finally reached a deal to sell the rights to their recorded music catalog to Sony Music, according to the Financial Times. The deal is reported to be worth around $400 million and also includes the rights to the band's name and likenesses. That means, along with gaining full control over Pink Floyd's music, Sony will have the crucial rights for most things Pink Floyd related, from merch to movies. Gilmour and Waters can still hate each other, but now they can afford more bricks for the wall to keep them separated. At least 7 health and rescue workers were killed in an Israeli airstrike on an apartment building in Beirut overnight, an Islamic health organization said Thursday, as Israel's battle against the Iran-backed groups Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza raged, fueling concern of a wider regional conflict. Wider regional conflict means it's okay for you to bomb and kill each other as long as it doesn't affect our prices. The strike in Beirut's residential Bashara district hit a multi-story apartment building that houses an office of the Health Society, a group of civilian first responders affiliated with Hezbollah. I don't know what affiliated means. Do they wear the same gang colors, or is the building tagged with MS Hezbollah signs? It was the second airstrike to hit central Beirut this week, and the second to hit the Health Society in 24 hours. The Associated Press said no Israeli warning was issued to the area before the strike. Israel says they sent a warning and added, "We paged them." Residents reported a sulfur-like smell, and Lebanon state-run national news agency accused Israel of using phosphorus bombs in the strike, which are prohibited by international law for use near civilian populations. However, that sulfur smell could have been Netanyahu. Tina Peters, a former Colorado County clerk who promoted 2020 election conspiracy theories, was sentenced Thursday to 9 years behind bars for charges including official misconduct in connection with a security breach of Mesa County's voting system. Tina Peters was convicted of 4 felony and 3 misdemeanor charges in August for using another person's security badge to allow someone associated with MyPillow founder Mike Lindell, a prominent election denier and fluffer for former President Donald Trump, access to county election equipment. Quote, "Your lies are well documented and these convictions are serious," close quote. Judge Matthew Barrett told Peters before he handed down his sentence for the 2021 security breach, calling her a, quote, "charlatan," close quotes, who used her time in office to, quote, "peddle snake oil," close quotes. Judge Barrett continued, "You're as defiant a defendant as I've ever seen," close quote. To which Trump said, "Wait till you get a load of me." And finally, U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan on Wednesday made public a lengthy filing from Special Counsel Jack Smith in his investigation into former President Donald Trump's alleged efforts to interfere with the transfer of power following the 2020 election. You can download and read the 165-page PDF file for yourself. As if. Trump faces 4 felony counts in the DOJ's case against him in Washington, D.C., after he allegedly tried to overturn President Joe Biden's 2020 election victory in the aftermath of his loss, which culminated in the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6, 2021. Or as Trump calls it, a beautiful gathering of free speechers. The purpose of Smith's brief, which was filed last week but made public on Wednesday, is to convince Chutkan, who is overseeing the federal election subversion case, why Trump's alleged offenses are private rather than official acts and can therefore remain in the indictment. This is from the opening statement of the indictment. Quote, "Although the defendant was the incumbent president during the charged conspiracies, his scheme was fundamentally a private one," close quote. Smith's brief read, and quote, "When the defendant lost the 2020 presidential election, he resorted to crimes to try to stay in office," close quote. Now, I've counted over 75 witnesses under oath against Trump, and I'm not through the whole document. I'm convinced. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all charges and claimed the case is politically motivated. Trump has a lot to say. He just won't say it under oath. Trump claims that this being so close to the election is election interference. It was Trump who dragged it out. This could have been done a long time ago, and with people having such short memories, he could have brainwashed his followers into believing that it never ever happened. The ServPro defense. This is what I don't get. Pete Rose gambled on a few games of baseball and was banned from being inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame for life and then some. Trump is a convicted criminal and unregistered sex offender, and he can still be president. Of course, Trump maintains that if he were president, Pete Rose wouldn't have cheated, John Amos wouldn't have died, Jimmy Carter wouldn't have turned 100, Israel wouldn't have bombed Lebanon, Gaza, and Iran, Roe wouldn't have been overturned, and there would not have been a January 6th riot. Because everything was magically better under Trump. And he says President Biden is in cognitive decline. If Biden is in a cognitive decline, then Trump is in a cognitive free fall, without a chute. I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with New Joke Technology. Thank you for watching Critical Joke Theory. If you enjoyed it, please like and share it. And please check out Done Way Past Funny on YouTube, Knob TV, and Spark TV. Also, watch the Church of Last Resort streaming live on Sundays on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you are in or around Hanover, Pennsylvania on October 5th, be sure to check out the hilariously raunchy Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience at the Church of Satire Comedy Club. Be safe out there, and don't feed the crazies.
Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology.